Hey guys, sorry for the late uploads and for the late hour that I'm probably uploading this video, but for those who don't know, I've had back surgery. I had a cyst removal on where my tailbone is, and this thing has been healing for 2 years now, soon be 3, and I just finally got the good news. It's healed. It is finally healed. Everything's good. So, I saw Mark's video on.
What is the worst pain that you've ever been in your life?
I thought, apparently you never had a fucking cyst. So, let me just downright tell you what all this happened from when I got the cyst to now. It first started off 2 years ago. I can't remember how I got the cyst. I'm still trying to figure that out. But the thing is, it was a rainy September. My mom was working at the Baymont Hotel, and I slipped and fell on my back. Well, our porch has a little walkway and then a little step. Well, we have a carpet there specifically for gripping because the walkway has mud when it rains. Well, it basically didn't solve its own purpose, and I slipped, and my back, here's like the curb, here's my back, it like fell on that. At first my back felt fine, like, okay, that's actually kind of relieving, because, sitting all day. Well, 2 weeks pass, and I'm in a bit of back pain, and I'm like, hey, Mom, do you have some ibuprofen that I can take? I have stuff to do today. And she's like, are you sure this is the third time today you've needed ibuprofen? Because for the past couple of days, I've needed ibuprofen because every morning I've had back pain. I just said, yeah, I'm fine, I just slept wrong. Well, guess not. Literally within, I think it was around 5 or 6 o'clock, I'm on the couch, because I was watching TV. This was before I even had my computer. I'm sitting on the couch, on my back, watching TV in agony. Like, I decided to take a nap, because air conditioning. And when I woke up, my back is in incredible pain. Like, someone took, an ice pick and just shoved it right into my spine. So, I literally screamed in pain while grabbing my phone to call my mom. It was that bad. I literally was in agony. I was like, ah! And I called it. I'm on my back, and I literally guessed press where the that little microphone is on top, and then I hear the little chime, and I say, call Mom on speaker, and it does that. My phone calls my mom, sets it on the speaker, and she answers hello, and I say, Mom, get your ass home. I need you to take me to the fucking hospital as soon as possible. I'm in immense pain. I'll try to get dressed as soon as I can. Just call, and her former boss's name is Jamie. I said, call Jamie. You need to leave because my back's in immense pain. I need to go to the fucking hospital as soon as possible. And she's like, are you sure about this? Because once you say yes, you cannot, take it back or anything. She's like one of those software updates. Like, are you sure you want to do this? Because this will take some time. I was like, yes! I literally screamed yes on the top of my lungs, and she could hear the pain in my voice. So she's like, alright, I'll call Jamie. I'm on my way home. Get dressed if you're able to. And that was it. We went to the hospital, and I was in immense fucking pain. I was literally, biting my own fucking thumb to numb the pain. Because, say you got a paper cut in one hand, you go, Not me. I was sinking my teeth. There was a bruise on my hand, right here, from biting down so hard because I didn't want to scream in pain because we're at the hospital. Everyone's here. I think there was even a dude with a gunshot wound, on a gurney walked past. I was like, oh, that dude's okay. There's even all sorts of stuff. So I'm biting my hand as hard as possible. Everyone looks at me like I'm a fucking lunatic. They finally call our name, and the lady, who was very nice, by the way, and I hope she sees the video, and if so, hello. And she says, okay, we're going to take you to this one room. But unfortunately, you're not going to get a doctor right off the moment. We're swamped tonight. And I'm thinking, oh crap, I'm going to die. Because I was in that much pain. So we go there. I basically, as soon as I sit down, and a nurse walks in and is like, is everything okay? And I'm like, and I look at her like, no, I'm in pain. And she just looks at me like, no shit, Sherlock. Of course, that little ordeal happened. Well, luckily they have one of those remotes. Not the ones for like the morphine drip, but for the TV. And that at least numbed the pain a little bit, because my favorite show on the History Channel called Swamp People, it's basically about alligator hunters. That at least made me feel a bit better, because I love watching that show. So, about an hour passes, no doctor still. Another hour passes, no doctor still. Finally, after 2 hours and 45 minutes, a doctor comes in, and he's like, so you're the one from the scream earlier. And I was like, what? And he's like, said, the nurse told me you screamed about 2 hours ago. And I went like, oh, when I sit down. I said, yeah, doc, listen, I am in immense pain. My back is killing me. It feels like someone shoved an ice pick into my spine. And he's like, alright, roll onto your stomach and I'll take a look. So I roll onto my stomach. I basically like roll my shirt up all the way up to here, up to my nipples. Because I wouldn't even be able to fully take off my shirt, if that tells you how much pain I was in. And he starts like pressing spots on my back, like, does this hurt? No. Does this hurt? No. Does this hurt? Ah! And he's like, yep. So he feels around, and he feels like, says, there's liquid here. And my mom looks at him like, what? And he says, there's liquid here. There's a liquid, yet like a shell, like an egg is in there and it busted. And so he gets a syringe. Whoo, that hurt like a bitch. Because he said, would you like some anesthetic? I go, yes. Here's the thing. He never got the fucking anesthetic. Well, not anesthetic, more like a temporary painkiller. I don't know what it's properly called, because I'm not smart in medicine. He said, would you like a temporary anesthetic so that this doesn't hurt as much? And I go, yes. So he goes, comes back with a fucking needle. None of that little liquid stuff, not that little container, just a needle. Well, he sticks it in, and I literally say, son of a bitch! Because it hurt that much. I literally bit down onto my thumb as hard as possible and gripped my mom's fucking arm to the point I don't want to say I left bruises, but I definitely left hand marks. Say someone saw my mom's arm, she'd probably think she was in an abusive relationship. That bad. And so they take a look, and they like pull the little pump thing out, and pus starts filling it. And the guy says, did you fall recently? And I go, about 4 to 5 days ago, yes. And he says, well, sir, you've had a cyst and it ruptured. We think it's because of your fall. And I won't lie, I basically was thinking in my head, yes, I know I'm fat, but jeez, dude, at least have some fucking sympathy. And, well, so they took care of that, and they drained it, but the shell was still there. The shell was about as big as a tennis ball. Like, whoever's there, go, if your dog has a tennis ball, go grab it. That shell was around that big. And so for the past 2 to 2.5 months, I had to go back to the hospital every week to get a checkup. Not like one of those regular medical checkups. One, to check see if this shell was going down. It went down, but not at the rate they were hoping. It was at to the size to about I'd say about the size of a strawberry, if not bigger. If not a little bit bigger. And they go, we're going to have to surgically remove it. Oh, that was joyous. I'll tell you that. So, that's another 2 weeks. Because they have to set the ordeal, they have to set the surgery date, and all that other bull. And they go, would you like to be knocked out? Would you like to be conscious, but have pain, anesthetic, in, and I go, I want to be knocked out. I want this out. Because my back still hurts. Because of my cyst, I now sleep on my side. I don't sleep on my back anymore. And it was an entire ordeal. So after the cyst was removed, I wake up hugging the surgical pillow that's supposed to go under my head. It's wrapped in my arms like a freaking teddy bear. And I go, cozy. And I roll over, and apparently I went back to sleep. I don't remember this, but I thought I just like rolled over. And when I woke up, I had cotton mouth because of the gas they like put over my face. Apparently, they said, "Don't worry, that's normal. You'll get cotton mouth from it." All I gotta say is though, it smelled weird. That's all I gotta say. So they brought me back a glass of water, which I immediately like chugged down. And she said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, easy, easy. You just woke up from surgery. Are you sure you should be chugging water like that?" And I was like, "I'm thirsty. I apologize." And she's like, no, it's fine. Would you like anything to eat? Something small just to, like, in case you're hungry or anything? And I was like, sure. And she's like, what would you like? We have graham crackers. We have saltines. And I go, I would love some graham crackers. Because here's the thing. Graham crackers, if I'm ever in immense pain, like, another story for another day. But if I'm, like, in immense pain, like the one time I've had a terrible, terrible headache, I just, like, ate nothing but a giant-ass, about bigger than a deck of cards sleeve of graham crackers while watching TV. And she's like, okay, I'll go get you some. Would you like anything to drink with that? And she goes, we have water, we have Sprite, we have lemonade, and we have other stuff. I couldn't remember the others. And I go, could you please get me a Sprite? Because I did not want to risk my stomach basically doing a flip because of the food. And I know Sprite calms down the stomach. And so I drink it. She's like, would you like your parents to come and bring it back now? I go, yeah, sure. And here's the thing. Apparently, my mom was out getting a cigarette. My dad walks in. He goes, hey, son, how you feeling? I go, I'm feeling alright. And he goes, alright, it's cool. Would you like to get out of here? Because the nurse said you can go, we can leave as soon as you're feeling able to. Well, here's the thing. My body was saying, you stay in bed, you fucker. But my mind was like, I'm in a new place. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. And they'll probably need this bed for another person. So I'm like, alright, give me a wheelchair. Let's do this. So I literally had like the shakiest of arms, like someone that just, like someone on crack or something has like the shakiest arms, and I just barely sit in the wheelchair without crashing and burning. And before you say no, I didn't have any IV drips in my arm or anything. All they had was like that little clamp on my finger. So he calls the nurse, says, nurse, can you bring me a wheelchair? We'd like to leave. And she goes, yes, of course. So she walks over to me, takes the clip thing off my finger, turns the machine off, and wheels it away, and then comes back with a wheelchair. So I get in the wheelchair, and we start going on our merry way. Well, when we see my mom, she was pissed. She was fucking furious. She just got back from the pharmacy, like the actual hospital pharmacy, picked up my pain medication, and we're sitting there in the lobby. I'm just like I'm just like staring at the ceiling, and my dad's just sitting there, and she is pissed. She's like, what the fuck are you two doing here? And he goes, I got him. She was fucking pissed. She's like, come on, we're going back. And I'm like, oh, come on. Because I'm tired. I just had surgery. I want to go rest. She's like, we're going back right now. We go back. She is yelling at the doctor. She's like, I have specific papers here to not let my son go with anybody else but me. Well, my parents, this is another side note because I don't want you to think, oh, my parents are divorced or anything. They're not divorced. Ugh. They're one of those they're those type of couple that doesn't believe in marriage. Like, they don't believe in using a piece of paper to say they're married. So, that entire ordeal happened. She screams, I have specific papers to let him leave with me personally. because my dad had to work that day. So she didn't want some random ass dude to pick me up. And yes, this person was my legal father. Well, turns out from the entire ordeal in the car ride home, the guy goes, "Our sincerest apologies, blah blah blah." Well, we go on the way home. My mom goes, "What the hell? I thought you said you had to go to work." And my dad goes, "Well, the boss called, and because it's going to rain, he canceled." Because that is true. It looked like it was going to rain. Gray clouds, no sun. That I can remember. It's just like, all right. So we go home. I basically am so much pain. I can't even sleep in my own bed. I have to sleep in a recliner. Or as you guys would call it, a lazy boy. So I've been sleeping in a recliner for like, say, 2 weeks now. And my mom goes, "Here's your medication. Don't overdo it. The doctor said if you ever start to feel pain again, take one of these pills." Here's the thing. The first time I took my pain medication, I almost had to go back. Because I am highly, highly allergic to an ingredient in Vicodin. For example, like, pause this video right now, go to somewhere that has, like, if you have, like, a box of fruit roll-ups or something, look at the ingredients, you'll see something called Red 40. I'm highly allergic to red dye food coloring. I mean, I can wear red, fine, but if I eat it, my cheeks swell up, and I almost had to go to the hospital the first time I had my allergy attack. I'm like basically a guy that is allergic to peanuts. So I take my meds and I lay down. While I'm sleeping, my cheeks swell up to basically, my cheeks and my face goes as red as my shirt. Almost. It looks almost like I got a very bad sunburn. So my mom walks over, she looks at me and she's like, "Oh shit." She starts like tapping my shoulder, rubbing my cheeks like, "Beach, wake up, Beach, wake up." What? She's like, and she just says, "Where's your pain medicine?" And I go, "On the table. I just took one like maybe an hour ago or two. Why?" And she's like, "Where's the where's the pain bottle? I need it, because I think it has red dye in it." And I go, "What?" Because think of this, I'm still half awake, or half asleep. And so I'm like, all right. So I give her the pain bottle, and I almost drop it because, still half asleep. She looks at it. There's no ingredients label. She just looks at, like, the pharmacy stuff and, like, calls the number on there. She's like, "I need the ingredients for the Vicodin that you gave to Billy Swayze." And the nurse goes, all right. She starts listing off the ingredients. She then says red food coloring, and she goes, "Fuck." Like, you can actually hear her go, "Fuck." And I look at her like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "We're gonna have to go to the pharmacy tomorrow to either change your pain medication or something, because this has red dye, and if you take any more of these, I'm gonna have to take you to the hospital for another reason." And I just, like, look at the scene and I'm like, come on, why do you hate me, dude? Because at this point, I just had fucking back surgery. The day after, it turns out I'm allergic to the pain medicine. That was not good. So after that, a couple of days pass because I don't need my medication that badly. It's like, oh, I can grit my teeth and bear. It's not that bad. The doctor specifically, like, said if I was in, like, really pain again to where I would, like, I need it. Because here's the thing. I'm not one of those type of people that needs Vicodin constantly. Because we kept the because after it turns out I had my allergy, we didn't want to have, like, a relapse for my face being red, so we put it in the medicine cabinet in the bathroom. We both made an agreement to, like, if it's to the point you have to get up and walk, don't get up, call me, let me know. Because even though my parents worked, they, like, switching between, like, who would give me my medicine and stuff. It always it was finally, let's say, a month passes. And we go back to the hospital pharmacy, and this dude was a dick. He goes, "I'm sorry, ma'am, we can't change his prescription, even though he's already taken some of the medicine." And I literally say, "I only took 3 pills. Is it really that hard?" And he goes, "I'm sorry, sir." Here's the thing, I'm not even 18 then. I want to say maybe 16, 15. So I haven't even started growing this. I had like stubble. I had like peach fuzz. And he thinks I'm still a dude just because I'm just now breaking the 6 feet mark or something. I was basically like, "Where's your manager?" or something, because my brain's like, because I know that the pharmacy isn't a hospital or a fast food restaurant. I mean, like, oh, I can't just like ask someone for a manager. So that ordeal happened. So basically, after that bullshittery, I had to still keep the medication until the bottle was empty. But every time I had to take painkillers, my mom would give me some medicine to also deal with my allergic reaction, so that it would not go to the point I had to go to the hospital. The worst thing that happened out of all that, just my face would be incredibly red from the medicine. So that's good. Now, fast forward, let's say, about 3 months. The bottle is empty, and we go in for my checkup. There are 3 doctors called in on that one checkup. First doctor looks at my back saying, "You're doing good. He's doing fine. Just keep doing what you're doing." Second doctor comes in, says, "You need to stop what you're doing. This is going to hurt him more. We need you to use this special type of gauze. It has type of a pain anesthetic, did it have pain anesthetic? I don't know, something for my back." And the third doctor goes, "Whoever told you to use that gauze for his tab is a fucking idiot. You need to go back to doing what you're regular doing. Use normal saline, use proper gauze and everything." Because my mom usually, when it very first started, we had to use like a full, like maybe 2-3 feet of regular gauze just for the tab in my back. Because we had to start like packing it in. We first had to start with 2 feet. Out of all those years, we're back down to none now. And everything's fine, everything's dandy. So we then go back to the hospital. Let's say about, I want to say like maybe 4 to 5 months later. And they go, somewhere in between the constant bandage change, he goes, "It's infected." And I look at them like, do not joke about that. I've been taking proper antibiotics. I have been taking everything. And the fun fact about the antibiotics, they never told me to have food on my stomach. It didn't say on the label, "take with food." Or at least if it did, I couldn't read it. Or it was in small print. The person that gave us the package never said, "take it with food." So we get to the car, and I read the label and said, "take let's just say for every 24 hours. So I take it, and I put the pill bottle back in the bag, and halfway through driving home, I'm holding my stomach like I'm in fucking pain. And my mom goes, "Wait, where are your pills?" And I go, right here. Apparently, she said, "Okay, now we're going to have to go to McDonald's, because you need something for your stomach." And at that point, I was like, I don't care. Just whatever to solve the pain. Sorry for rambling this on, but my back's finally healed. I'm sharing the full story here. So then, after that, let's fast forward to say another 2 to 3 months. We then go back for the final checkup, and everything's fine, everything's dandy. Nurse walks in, and she just like, not a nurse, but how can I guess I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe a nurse, maybe a doctor, I don't know. She then says again, what type of antibiotics have you been giving him? So after that, they had to switch my antibiotics because apparently something wasn't helping. So yeah, screw that. I think out of all the ordeal, I've had to have my prescriptions changed maybe 13 times, if I remember correctly. Maybe like, I don't want to say 13 because that might be a bit too much. But I remember first I had to take Vicodin. Then I was allergic to the Vicodin, so I had to get another pain medicine. Then after that, I had to get one type of antibiotic. Then I had to switch to a different kind of antibiotic. Then that for a third time. Then so on and so forth. They kept putting me on different types of antibiotics. So then after that, they go, this is like the final time I had to go to the hospital because my mom's current job, they had to make budget cuts, and like, yeah, we're all cutting off all your health benefits, so I couldn't go to the hospital anymore. And the one time we did, that costed a little over, maybe, I don't know, I want to think $100 or something. And so, fast forward to basically constant bandage changes over and over and over and over again for the remaining whatever time left after all the months I counted. To last week. No, wait. To approximately June. We have finally shortened to where the tab is basically an inch long. Is that about an inch long? I guess. I don't know. And my mom goes, okay, next time you change your bandage, I want to test something. Next time you do your bandage change, I want to pull the tab, but lay on your stomach for 2 hours and let the blood clot. If my hunch is right, your back should be healed, and we should be good. And I was like, anything to finally get this over with. Because at that point, I'm tired of having all those bandage changes and everything. And we did that. I was sitting on the couch, literally just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on my phone. And all of that happened, and the entire ordeal. After that, the blood properly clots and starts to like do that scabbing over or whatever. And my mom goes, okay, now I'm going to attach some surgical skin glue just to be sure the blood doesn't like leak out. And we can peel it off after it's properly scabbed in a day or two. I was going like, okay. Well, now today, I just basically got the go-ahead from mom saying, we're good to go, it's healed. And then I was like, hell yes. And then I just ran into here and set up my recording gear, and boom. Now you all know the entire ordeal of having a cyst in your tailbone. I know you're probably all thinking, oh, it's not that bad. It was a pain in the ass. Alright, well, I hope you all liked the video. Sorry for talking your guys' ears off. If you like this video, give that like button a little boop on the nose. If you want to see more me vlogging or just any games in general, punch that subscribe button. If you have anything to say about what the story I just told, drop a comment, and I hope you all have a great day. And if for any of those that have a cyst, you have my respect and my sympathy.